I just thought of something. What if I did this, bro? I got a baby E, bro. I love when fighting games have this kind of thing, right? The extra modes where like they'll like change what you can do. I don't feel like enough fighting games do this. Like Tekken Force, I believe it was called. Ow. Yeah, Tekken Force in Tekken 3, I think is what it was called. Yeah! Smash does a good job of side modes. True. The story mode or adventure mode in Melee was so much fun to me as a child. Brawl's Warp Space was great. Our Emissary, Subspace Emissary was wonderful. And then the one in Ultimate was great too. They were all fucking phenomenal. I do have a funny story about Melee though. So, back when I had Melee the first time, I got it for Christmas. There was a Christmas where the only, like, I wanted stuff, but I was like, the one thing that I really want is I want a GameCube, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and like Super Mario Sunshine. That was like my big, like, I really want this. And we were visiting family that was like 7 hours away. It's usually where we did our Christmases. This is after my mom got custody of me. I was still really young though. And we went through the whole Christmas, right? Everybody, like, we did all of our presents, we did all of our stuff, and I remember seeing the last like 2 boxes and I was like, oh, that's unlucky they're not in there. And I was like kind of disappointed and sad, but I didn't want my mom to know, and I didn't want anybody else to know that I was disappointed, because like it's Christmas, you know, you want everybody to have a good time. You never played Sunshine, but you'd watch your real dad play it when you were little. It's a fun game. It's a cute little one. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, so I was just like, I'm gonna try not to show it. I was definitely showing it. I have zero poker face. Like, I have no poker face. So, anyways, we left the area, the dining room area where the tree was in presents, and I went to go sit down on the couch in the living room, and I think it was my mom or my aunt who was like, hey, can you grab that blanket for me? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I like waddled over, like, you know, slinkily, whatever, I can't talk, grabbed the blanket, and I like kind of like gave it to them, and then I went to sit down, and they were like, look, like trying to get my attention to like I thought maybe I knocked something over. And then in the blanket basket they had, or it was like next to it or some shit, I can't remember, but they had the GameCube already set up and like ready to go. Just fucking, I was like in there, and I lost my mind. I was so happy. And then so I played that, obviously, and then after we got back home at some point, I got to use the computer in the public space, because I wanted to see like what characters were in the game. I already played it a lot, and I just kept unlocking characters via versus mode. And so I went online, I printed it off, had this little sheet thing that my mom stapled together for me, and I was like, all right, yeah, you can unlock these characters via versus mode. Well, okay, so the form that had printed it said if you play through adventure mode and you finish one of the stages in under 2 minutes, I think it was the first one, the Mario one, you can get Luigi. Now, at the time, there was a Pokemon movie that had come out that was called, it was the movie with Lugia in it, or it was like before that or something. I don't know. I really like that movie. I know I like that movie a lot. And I was like, oh my god, you can get Lugia in Super Smash Bros? How does that work? That's gotta be so cool. So I replayed that stage no less than 20-30 times one day, and just kept like resetting my console. And then I was like, okay, maybe I have to finish it after doing this. So I would do that. And then like, I just kept trying it. And then I went back and read the paper, and I remember being so upset that it was actually Luigi and not Lugia, because I already had Luigi. And I was like, and I wasn't even upset with the fact that Lugia wasn't in the game. I was so upset that I was such a dumbass that I didn't take 2 seconds to read it, because I just overhyped myself. And I was like, oh no. That was a valuable experience, because it made me want to actually read when I was reading, rather than just assuming what things said. That was a rough time.